I believe Fear had like 46 stolen intelligence pretty quickly on.
Sounds like him. He's a very smart guy.
It was nuts how quickly the Silencer was just getting so much intelligence. And now they've gotten to the Sven, so this makes me worried for Team Brazil because, well, they haven't banned the Darkseer. I feel like that's a big combo.
That's right. A bunch of people said Darkseer wasn't going to be as prevalent in the meta after they changed his surge around, but I feel like we've been seeing almost as much as him. Maybe it's gone down a little bit, but he's still extremely popular, and that is something that they still have available here. I like the Spectre pickup here. I think what they have so far to support it is really good. They can move around the map pretty quickly. They have decent kill potential with these heroes. They can shove towers and allow the Spectre to have space elsewhere. This, again, is going to force Haven Liberty to play a little bit faster, kind of like Crazy did against Team Zero in game number 1. There's that Darkseer you were talking about. Bkop with the predictions.
Well, when it's as easy as a layup as that, even at my height, I will make the basket every single time. So, there it is.
Aren't you a tall guy?
No. I took growth hormones, dude. I was supposed to be like 4'11", or like 4'10". I was supposed to be super short. And now I'm like 5'7", 5'8". All right, I'm average height.
I see.
So, not tall.
A lot of people I talk to are just tall guys. I'm friends with so many tall guys.
I would
so
not
I just assume that you're also tall.
No, not even the slightest. Viper getting banned out here by Team Brazil. Kunkka as well. Haven Liberty, I mean, they could still put that Earth Spirit over mid. I've seen it before. I've seen players like Somnus go for it, where like first item Blade Mail take the extra damage. Or I've seen actually even mids not take the extra damage. I've seen like all kinds of mid Earth Spirit builds. I think it was in the Asia region. It was Yopaj. That's who it was. Who plays for Neon, I believe. He was playing and loving it.
I am so glad that I have you to ask about Chinese Dota, because I am so oblivious of that region.
Well, it's about to come back in a big way. There is a lot of roster shuffle coming that I'm so excited for.
Give me that inside scoop after the series.
I can't. All right, after the series. I could do that. I could do after the series inside scoops. It's going to be fun.
Okay. Not that you actually will, because you don't leak data.
No, anyway. I don't actually. Yeah. I try to keep it quiet because I get told, and like it's the hardest thing. Like somebody will be like, "Did you hear this?" And I go, "No." They're like, "Don't tell anybody." And I go, "Don't tell me then." I mean, I can keep my mouth shut, but I'm gonna be over there dancing up a storm, and so excited for when the announcement finally comes. And they're like, and then I'll ask, "When is the announcement?" And they'll say 2 weeks. You expect me to wait 2 weeks? You kidding me?
Yeah, there's no way. You're like a child on Christmas. And Monkey King picked up last. That is so weird. That hero is so undervalued at the moment. The only team that has been running Monkey King really is Team OG, because Thompson is like a world-class Monkey King player. I'm surprised to see 40R on this hero. I'm not sure he's going to be able to make it work. Everyone I know who plays Monkey King regularly says the hero is just unplayable at the moment.
Really? I've seen it be successful. Like, I feel like it's not awfully hard. I don't know.
All right.
I just like I've seen it recently, and I would say more so the Asia region I saw it in.
Okay.
So, I don't know. Like I'm bringing in the.
This is like you being more like having actual facts and me just like talking on feeling. Like, yeah, I guess it's fine if you say it doesn't work. But me, who actually watches professional Dota.
No. I'm not saying it like that, because you talk to actual pros. I don't. I just kind of sit here and act like I talk to pros. I've never once had a conversation with a pro player. I seem to have an odor.
You said in the lobby, Duster Heart, and then he said hi to you or shook your hand or something.
That is true. Well, that's based on when Duster came into my stream like a couple months ago, and I was like, "Oh, Duster, I remember seeing you at TI and being too scared to say hi." He goes, "Don't be scared. You don't have to be scared. Just come up, say hi." I was like, "Yeah, I would do that if I didn't have a bunch of crippling anxiety."
Classic gamer. Anyways, I'm excited for this draft. Hiko on this Void Spirit here this time around. I believe this is something he played in the position 4 as well. Like how people in chat were talking about earlier, it makes a lot of sense that he's playing these heroes that are normally playing support in the mid lane as he transitions over. Just because you can learn the mid mechanics, but you don't have to learn like the mechanics, attack, animation, etc., of every single hero. It's a lot to take in as you start to learn a new role, so it makes a lot more sense to practice heroes that you're familiar with in the mid lane, than slowly transition and learn more traditional mid heroes. Not that Void Spirit isn't, but once again, excited to see what Hiko can do in the middle. This is his second professional match of him doing this, I believe.
It's exciting.
I admit nothing but my sadness that you're gone.
I also just prefer Earth Spirit. I want to see what Theo LaCour accomplishes this game with it. That Orb of Venom first item, as usual. I'm not sure he's going to be able to get any kills with it, though, especially when he's matched up against a Clockwork here. I think Clockwork is very happy if the Earth Spirit tries to click on him. He just runs him down with a Battery Assault at level 1. You're forced to commit to level 1 Boulder Smash in order to get away, and of course, if you have Boulder Smash and a Rolling Boulder, when you got that Orb of Venom, your ability to assist your team at the early levels and harass the enemy goes down significantly.
Excited to see how this Earth Spirit does it. Definitely one of those heroes that can make or break a game with its early play.
30 seconds and counting.
Let's scout out what they can first with these boars. Of course, it does let them know that Beastmaster is somewhere around. Actually doesn't, because he sends the one with the low timer left, so the Beastmaster could be anywhere as far as they're concerned, but they do know where the Sven and the Silencer are starting their game. They don't know the Earth Spirit's here yet, though.
The match of matches starts now.
Look at Flea's positioning. He was ready to go, hiding behind those trees just in case somebody came for the bounty rune. They'll secure 2. But 2 will be there for Haven Liberty anyway. We've seen this Sven go off. You know, originally in OGA, Dota Pit, me and Mo and the production crew over there were freaking out about calling it the Mercedes Svens. It was very fun to see it all the time.
Let's do this.
So I'm excited to see if they can get the, you know, right now it's just the Honda Sven. The Honda Svicord, as you will. It's got to grow. It's got to grow into the Mercedes. Oh, 2-man stun. Rolling Boulder coming in. Battery Assault used by KJ. They should be able to get first blood on King RD. They still will.
In war, a fool's first lesson is his last.
First blood going.
Might even get a
towards,
second.
might.
They've got a stun in a second, so yeah, they'll get to. Okay.
Please just down. Unfortunately, Silencer isn't going to get any extra
intelligence.
Which one is it tied to now?
Glaives.
The W? Glaives?
You
Yeah.
almost had that too.
They had it as an innate ability for a little while. It was like last word at first, then innate ability, or then Glaives, then innate ability, then Glaives again.
I believe it's Glaives, right?
Yeah, it's Glaives. It's Glaives.
It's one of those things where it's like, yeah, I said this with confidence. And then all of a sudden I'm just like, not right at all.
Remember when last word was just in passive AoE that silenced people after they used a spell for a little bit?
Jesus. Oh my god. That sounds so broken now.
So I need my Monster Zero Ultra sip it. Just say, yeah, Dota ain't the way it used to be no more.
Are you just there with like a red bandana on, smoking a cigarette, just, Dota ain't the way it used to be. Back in my day. You know, just something like...
I'd build my Lothar's Edge on my silencer.
Thank you, KJ. Appreciate it. obviously can hear us making jokes. Rolling boulder misses from Bkop. The boulder smash hits both heroes. However, Earth Spirit is in some trouble. And they've got the vacuum back. Sexy Fat. All right, able to get a kill there, making it 3-0 Haven Liberty.
Friends, let us skirmish.
So a little troublesome for the Earth Spirit for a second.
Yeah, these two heroes are so good together, though, especially considering that you got that first blood gold on the Earth Spirit, the old Boots Orb of Venom right away. Getting Ion Shell cast on you allows you to just do anything you want to anybody. Nobody can do anything about it.
We just recognize the absolute whooping that's going on over mid.
Hey, Hiko obviously needing to practice.
Hold on, top. King RD going down. Duster gets the kill. Looking over at Fleet. Icarus dive. Duster will not burn out. Oh my god, 29 health. Come on, give RD a high five. That's all he wants. As he's got a stun in just a second. Oh yeah, it's just whether or not he gets the +2, and he did not. It's just too far.
RDO could have allowed Duster to get a little bit closer before he went in for that last hit there.
He's 2-0-2, but has only collected 2 intelligence.
Theolacor actually saved the clockwork right there, kicked him out of where the Aether Remnant from the Void Spirit was going to land. Unfortunate. Again, lack of coordination from Haven Liberty this game. Same thing we saw towards the end of the last game. They are playing different. The roster is shuffled around a slight bit, and Hiko not playing position 4 just might leave everyone just feeling slightly off. It's like at study, or not even study. It's like commonly accepted fact. All right, Hiko is probably about to go down here. Oh, he actually manages to juke out this Jinko Master for long enough for it to expire. But he raised like stairs a fraction of an inch or something, and people start tripping over them. I think that might be what Haven Liberty's going through here. Beautiful block there by Theolacor, managing to snatch that bounty rune.
Boundless Strike. Aether Remnant up towards top, though. They're trying to go on a King RD, throw some damage out. I don't really know what Hiko wants to accomplish, but he'll run into the tower and just die. So, mission accomplished, I guess.
Hiko really not doing too well for himself. He's only 11-0 for CS.
Oh yeah.
Compared to 40R's 35-11. Like, you might as well be a position 4 at this point. This looks awful for him at the moment.
That is not going well. You need to hope that. And oh my god, if he TPs in and just dies here, that would be probably even worse. Luckily enough for him, it does not go that way. But Aether Remnant, now they're going to try and go for a commit. And on the high ground, but nothing else to use. So Balance Strike will come in, and they're going to go here for Hiko, get the kill. He's got a TP on cooldown for another 47 seconds. So yeah, they get the kill on a King RD over towards top. But Hiko, he's going to make the long walk back. And this just leaves the lane open for 40R even longer.
Not just that, but this is the catapult wave. This lane is pushing down hard. They fortified to try and keep it alive a little bit longer, but this tower is probably going to take a couple hundred damage here if it doesn't just go down. Look at this drop to the catapult. 6 minutes into the game, they're tearing down this tower. Hiko has to do the walk back to the lane. He's not going to be able to save it. It's just down. Just like that. You're 42-11 on one mid, 11-0 on the other, and you've lost your mid tower.
Yeah, that is not good. Team Brazil, it didn't look good kill-wise early on for them, but I mean, mid's a lock. They already won it. That is not what you want to see, that's for sure. Over mid, Boundless Strike coming through. Duster getting low. Sexy Fat, he'll end up dead. They kill up the Darkseer. This game is starting to really go Team Brazil's way, and Hiko just gets behind that tower. That was close.
He's got to play super far back at the moment. It needs to catch up. He needs his level 6 and some recovery kills as soon as he gets it. All he's got right now is boots of speed. He's poured some money into his raindrops. He's got the magic wand sent out. I mean, for the mid lane, he just hit level 6, almost 8 minutes in the game. All he got is brown boots, bottle, magic wand. While this Monkey King's balling over here, double Wraithband. What's he getting sent out to himself right now? Just some regen. Never mind. Double Wraithband though, Orb of Venom, Power Treads.
Radiant's top tower
I'm
is
surprised
under attack.
it feels like this could be such a bigger lead for Team Brazil. I mean, look at where the Void Spirit sits in terms of net worth.
Yeah. Pretty close down to the bottom there. Sven is doing all right. I mean, I don't think Sven by himself is really going to be able to win this for them. He's farming for himself quite well. He just picked up Royal Jelly, and I'll help him even more. But again, when you're playing just the Sven, you're up against the Spectre, you're up against the Monkey King. There's an egg to worry about from the Phoenix. You're going to get Primal Roared in these fights. You can't do it all by yourself. And then I think we're going to run the same problem we saw last game, where it was like the Ursa running really far forward, and then everyone on Team Brazil just tearing him apart.
There's a problem. Geomagnetic Grip as well as the Boulder Smash from Core. They'll get the kill into KJ. They might get the Spectre. That would be well worth it. Oh. Oh, the Arcane Curse. Not going to be
Dyer's
enough.
top tower is under attack.
Was close. 1 for 1, not the worst thing in the world for Haven Liberty there.
This
Should look to their bottom
will
tower.
let them get a little bit of damage down to this tier 1 tower. They're not going to get too much from it, unfortunately. Again, it feels like it's just Team Brazil starting to push on the enemy side of the map. And as soon as they can really start to invade even Liberty's jungle here, slow down the Sven's farm, they're going to be a pretty good place. But,
The Radiant
Sven realizes something's up, gets all the way back behind his tier 1 tower, and TP's out. We hit the 10-minute mark though, so catapults will be rolling down the lanes pretty quickly, and already Team Brazil here setting up on this tower. They're gonna do a bit of damage too before the catapult even gets here.
Can they stop this tier 1 top from going down?
I don't think so. I'm not even sure they're gonna try. I mean, they just had Sven TP from the top lane elsewhere. His TP's on cooldown for another 50 seconds. That's their main DPS in this fight. And yeah, before the catapult even gets there, these heroes managed to take this down.
They've got a catapult under bottom. If they can get the kill here onto the Phoenix, that would help them secure it. Arcane Curse comes out onto the Phoenix, but they've got King RD making the rotation. You need to be careful about how far forward we go. Rolling Boulder from Core is in no man's land all of a sudden. Haunts used. Global Silence comes out. They're going to try and run. This is not easy. They've got the wall down. Geomagnetic Grip hits onto 2, but the Core Boulder Smash pushes the Spectre onto the high ground. So now he goes for the Spectre. Costabile dies. They've got the Phoenix coming with the Supernova. Sexy Fat, he'll fall. So does KJ. First dive over. Duster getting hit by these boars, so he'll die. And all of a sudden, it's a massive trade for both teams, but they get the kill onto the Spectre.
Looked like a decent start there. The Earth Spear wrapping around the backline and taking out the Beastmaster. Ended up, I'd say it came out in favor of giving Liberty by just a little bit, despite the fact that like their net worth and XP was at a disadvantage, because this is starting to allow Hiko to come back into the game.
Dire structures are
Yeah, it allows him to come back into the game, but he's still sitting 2,000 net worth behind this team. They need to still recover him much more. Geomagnetic Grip, Magnetized, Boulder Smash, thrown at Flea, hits off of King RD. They'll reapply the Magnetize. They've got themselves the Stormhammer. That doesn't hit onto 40R, but they've got the Silencer moving in. Assimilate up north, away from KJ. I think he had gone for it. He would have been hit by the Cogs. RDO is also sitting low, so Core and the rest of this team need to try and get out, but Duster hit with a battery assault, so eventually he'll fall. The Boar helping to get this kill. 40R finally finishes him off. Spectral Dagger over at the Core. RDO now with a War Cry, they need to run, and with the help of Sexy Fat, if needed, they'll get behind the tier 1 tower.
Yeah, Bkop was there to kick this man just a little bit more forward, but again, the difference between what these two mid heroes are able to do right now, because of like the massive difference in net worth, and I guess the XP isn't that huge anymore. But he's 2 levels up, like a level and a half up. But if Hiko had a better game, like these fights would be so easy at the moment. He needs more recovery kills to get back into this though.
He's going to need a bit more, and he wants to go and get that Ags, which I think will be perfect for him. I guess the thing here is, you know, Sexy Fat eventually will have this Sven doing work, and the Sven has been able to accomplish quite a bit so far sitting top of the network. So, you know, we'll see what ends up happening as the Supernova use Primal Roar onto the back lines. Can they get the kill onto the egg? No, they can't. So that blows up, stuns up Duster, Sexy Fat surrounded, vacuum wall on a 4. But nobody's here to follow that up, so it just seems like a waste.
And it is dropping that global silence just as the Phoenix egg pops. All you're doing is disabling the enemy while you're disabled. Doesn't really mean a whole lot. They're just going to be whacking away at you. So global silence down. Team Brazil is going to continue to push to take this tower down here at bottom with assistance from Inner Beast. Goes down in short order.
It just doesn't feel worth it to throw wall and global when
it feels like you've already lost the fight.
Yeah. Like, I would say hold it, but now you know you're without wall for 50, without global silence for 74. Primal Roar is up in 26, so it definitely gives opportunity, even without the Supernova, for Team Brazil to go and fight. They've got Haunt ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, they're waiting on a couple items that they're somewhat close to right now. I mean, Spectre's working on the Manta style, the Ashes being flown out at the moment.
Bottom. Ties, hook shot, that comes through. Now they've got the Haunt. This is what I'm talking about. The vacuum comes in, but it would have been nice if you had a wall or maybe even a global silence on this one. Sexy Fat and Duster die. Hiko on the run. Aether Remnant locks up Costa Bile for just a second, but they could keep up with. Oh, okay, Hiko.
My path leads to riches.
Glowing Blade saving his life, at least for now. Want to continue to go for Hiko, but with the Dissimulate back towards the tier 2 tower.
Does have the moves despite
Might get King RD.
performance.
Oh boy, now they need to turn around. Instead of getting King RD, Kira Core is dead.
They're desperate to get back into this game, and they just keep getting punished for it. They looked for those kills down there while their global silence was on cooldown. Of course, they don't have the damage. Team Brazil was able to counter initiate. Low heroes up. And that's just been the story of this game. Void Spirit still hasn't really come back into it. He's going down again and again here. And Sven's not really able to be part of these fights yet. He needs to be farming right now. He needs the first couple of items, but I feel like with all the space that you're making for him, like, yes, he's sitting at the top of the net worth, but this is all on him. If they manage to bring this guy down or kite him in the team fights, you've lost everything. 9.4k right now on the Sven. Then next 3 heroes are top of the net worth charts are it's all Team Brazil.
This is not looking good for Haven Liberty. Not to say they can't bring it back, but just the splits between their other cores besides Sven and the side of Team Brazil is getting to be massive. Primal Roar, Sunray, you see how quickly the Air Spirit dies. Magnetize is used, but for what? He's had Magnetize for a while, and he is still level 6. Duster the same. Hook shot now hits on the Hiko. He'll Astral Step, but they're on him, and he is in a lot of trouble. He'll have to dissimulate onto the cliff and then try to get away with an Astral Step. He does do so, but this is just pressure, pressure, pressure from Team Brazil. I don't know if you've ever heard that song by the Zuttons called Pressure Point, but this is that song.
I thought you were talking about the other pressure song.
No, not Vanilla Ice. Or
But,
is it Queen? Who knows?
That was that fight was on Haven Liberty's terms. That was them trying to gank behind the tower there, and immediately it was just turned around on them. They tried to go on the Beastmaster. Turns out Phoenix is just sitting behind him. Sin raises him up, turns around, kills a bunch of Haven Liberty heroes.
So Sven trying to go in, but the cogs are already down. They've got themselves the Haunt as well as the gold signs coming in. So now, what will they get out of this? They've got themselves the vacuum into the wall. Now they look over at the Clockwork. They've got the Core getting low. They get the kill into the Earth Spirit. Now they look over at the rest. It was the Sunray right on top of Sexy Fat. They get the kill onto the Darkseer. He's already used the vacuum wall. So his kit was used before he ended up dead. But they've got themselves the Stormhammer hitting onto the Monkey King with the God Strength and the BKB. They get the kill into 40R. Supernova. Duster will fall. 2 for 2. Okay from Haven Liberty, but still Brazil feeling all right, as they might add a +1. Hiko on the run. Aether Remnant hits up King RD. Primal Roar is used. Ardio coming in, but now he's coming maybe a little bit too far. Rolling Boulder, Magnetize used once again. Boulder Smash hits on a 3. Theocore trying to do all he can. He's trying to reapply this Magnetize, but for what? For his life. It doesn't get anything except gold over to the side of Team Brazil.
No, he didn't even really accomplish saving Sven there. I feel like he was just going to be able to walk out. He is really tanky. He's able to get away there. And this further cements the lead that these next 3 top net worth heroes have after the Sven. And yes, he did manage to bring down the Monkey King in that last team fight. But that's slowly going to change as the game goes on. It's going to be easier for these other heroes to save him as they build more and more items. And the Spectre's just going to completely annihilate everyone on your team with Han jumping on your back line. Once again, we're going to see the problems we saw last game, where it's going to be RDO going way too far forward and the rest of the team just not able to keep up and not doing enough damage without him.
Even with RDO in that fight, at times it's just not enough. Duster again, just dropping so easily.
Dusted, you could say.
Done and dusted.
Dire's bottom tower is
Thanks,
under
KJ.
Once again, KJ on point.
Hacking our comms, to be honest.
That's what it
Gonna
sounds like.
check this one out. Jokes aren't even that funny, man.
KJ, there's 2 muffins in an oven. One muffin says, God, it's hot in here. The other muffin says, holy shit, talking muffin. Come on, KJ, where are you on that? Oh, that's a stellar joke. All right, well, he's obviously not listening, because that one kills.
He's just a biased one laughing at my jokes.
Solar Crest finish for the Beastmaster. 5K lead for the side of Team Brazil as well.
Ooh, this could be good. Do they have the damage flow up the Spectre though? I don't think they do. You need to get on top of them with the Sven. I think if they can get on,
I don't know if they can come over in time. Global Silence comes in. They were smoking on the side of Team Brazil, so they'll come over. And let's see if they can get the kill into the Beastmaster. Hookshot comes through. And look at the Wukongs and the Primal Roar. The Haunt and the Jaunt over to RDO. They get the kill on the Duster. They've got the wall down. The TP attempt from King RD. He'll escape inside the Wukong's command. They're going to go for the egg. Once again, the egg placements have been perfect. Burning away Theo Core. The egg's going to go off, and it will stun up this Sven. Aether Remnant locks in the Phoenix for just a second, but RDO, he'll drop 3 heroes down to the side of Haven Liberty. Clockwork will eventually fall to Hiko, who will TP out.
Just again, not enough damage anymore. They're able to kite these heroes around, and again, I feel like Flea, who almost didn't get his Phoenix egg off, just because he got silenced again in the middle of that fight. He played it, I feel like, just a little bit sloppy, although there was an awesome position for him to just sit on top of the hill and made it hard for them to grab the egg. But even when things aren't really going 100% their way for Team Brazil, Haven Liberty are still getting taken down now. It's really showing. We're again seeing the problems that we saw last game. I wouldn't be surprised if we see like multiple Yules or other things just tied around this Sven. Even once he gets this egg and Scepter, by the time he has it, all these heroes on Team Brazil are going to be able to build Lotus Orbs. And the thing about Lotus Orb against Egg and Scepter on Sven is, as soon as he jumps onto you, you just get a Stormhammer directly back, so you're just out of position and stunned for 2 seconds.
Fallen. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's
Him by himself, even with all the power in the world, I think he's just gonna start dropping in these team fights.
Yeah.
Dire's top tower
It's giving
is
Team
under
Brazil an
attack.
8K net worth lead. And even with Sven on the top, the team just can't keep up. Doesn't feel like the Darkseer Sven combo has been all too effective. Aether Remnant down, Yule's out, Spectral Dagger hits Sexy Fat Vacuum, but
Is under attack.
nothing cooking, at least right now for the Dire side. Primal Spring, Spectral Dagger doesn't have Surge for 2 more seconds. And they chase him not only under the tier 2, but under the tier 3 to get the kill.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Core trying to make a little bit of space for his team by keeping the lead shoved out, makes a run forward afterwards.
Sven going Ags, which is always nice because the Ags allows you to get a couple hits before, you know, before you really start swinging away.
Dire's middle tower
Yeah.
is under attack.
I'm just worried about that putting him out of position as well, or even further from his team than just taking advantage of that one. Going for the 4 staff right now on Clockwork.
Fortified.
So you get that, you almost have the challenge, the -5 second Stormhammer, but again, it's going to be pretty easy even if you have that BKB, the Clockwork, after you hook shot, or after you throw the Storm Battle into somebody.
Has fallen.
Clockwork jumps in, throws a hook shot onto whoever you're on Sven. He 4 staffs himself out, and suddenly you're stuck between the cogs. You need to spend like the time auto-attacking the cogs and then chasing the people and trying to catch back up with them again.
Dire's
They do have a lot of
bottom
answers,
tower is
just
under
one
attack.
hero having all the net worth. In fact, Spectre just surpassed Sven's net worth.
Now Sven not feeling like the strongest hero on the map. Look over and Duster gets run down again. You know, I talked about fear, but well, having that 46, 48 stolen intelligence, only 14 for Duster, but Duster has died 9 times.
Dire's bottom tower is under
It's
attack.
a game I imagine a bit more rough than the one Fear was playing the other day, where he managed to get all that in.
Interesting hookshot attempt. Shiva's now for the Phoenix, who I don't think we've seen an egg not go off.
No, we haven't seen Egg not go off. Please have been very on point with these. He did activate the last one, I feel like a little bit later in the team fight than he could have. But other than that, this guy's been just on point. A little bit too far forward with his egg scrambling tech last game, but now he wanted to be the egg man.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is no more.
Pressure towards mid-tier 3. Aether Remnant down. That'll hit a creep. So not stopping 40R.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
An easy tier 3 tower.
If you're gonna get the easy racks here, there's not a whole lot that Gwen will do about it. Sven does have a TP available. Take the mid racks.
Okay, off this Aether Remnant. Vacuum back. Now they've got themselves the Storm Hammer. God Strength pop. Can they get the Aegis? 4 staff away, but not far enough away. So the Aegis is popped. They assimilate back. We back up once again. The question is, can they get the second kill? They've got themselves the Clumsy Knight as well as the Aether Remnant. That pulls in the Monkey King, the Sunray on him, as well as the Solar Crystal. But the Solar Crystal is put on a creep, so King RD actually misclicks there. And they'll continue to keep the Monkey King alive.
They're not done here yet, though. It seems they're posturing towards the bottom tower. And again, if they're able to, I guess, just wait off the last of this God Strength, I don't think they're going to have the damage to be able to take this fight here. Only a couple seconds left on it. Yeah, there you go. God Strength now for 70 seconds on Sven. Committed it and got only the Aegis. You needed to be able to take a fight right there. You're not going to have the damage to bring down these heroes. You need like the perfect wall back Stormhammer Global Silence combo to be able to bring these people down. Sunray coming up and just keeping most of Eli's HP too high.
They might be able to do it now that they've got the axe, but it would have to be a commitment. The Supernova is a commitment to get the rack, so they know that they're not going to fight. They know they're not going to engage. Use the Supernova, make sure that they don't come in, but now the Rolling Boulder as well as the Wukong's Command with the BKB being popped. They've got themselves the Boundless Strike hitting on a 2. The Vacuum Wall hits on both Monkey King as well as the Spectre. They get the kill on a Theo Core. Now they look over the backlines. They've got themselves the hook shot hitting on Hiko. So down goes Hiko, down goes Duster. They look over the backlines for RDO as well as Sexy Fat. They'll already call GG. Without the God Strength, they had nothing doing, even with the Ags. They've got themselves the Primal Roar. That'll lock down RDO. They look over at Sexy Fat inside the well, and it's a full team wipe for the side of Team Brazil to cap off this one.
I'll be honest, Bkop. I don't like what I saw out of Haven Liberty these last 2 games. It looked like they had a lot going for them. And I was really excited for the first game where Kiko was playing the Snapfire. It looked great at first, but there's just like a lack of coordination with what they have going on. And definitely game number 2, I feel like that was on Hiko for losing the mid lane so hard. But they seem to have this idea in their head where RDO can do whatever he wants. Like, he's an amazing Terrorblade player, and maybe it stems from that, because that hero's able to just 1v5 in these team fights, but he's getting kited around, he's going too far forward, and he's having tons of these problems here.
Mm-hmm.
And you need more than one hero doing the damage, because again, you just make yourself too easy to kite.
Yeah, just the Sven was not enough in that situation, and that ultimately became a massive problem for them. So, you know, even though the Sven farmed well, even though the Sven had a good game, at the end of the day, it really just isn't enough for them to be successful. And they need to really go back and figure out more of a game plan. Like, yes, your hard carry got farmed, but you need more than this. And I think this is a learning experience right now for Haven Liberty. I know they were Midas Club, and now they're coming in with this new backing. So we'll see what they can do. They need to really figure out the kinks here, as Team Brazil looked really good. Nothing to take away from them, because they played really coordinated, really well for the most part in this BO2. Both games looking quite nice from them. So, Team Brazil looked good. They get the 2-0. They get the victory in the BO2. And on next to 4 Zoomers against Beast Coast. That should be a good one.
Oh, I'm excited for this game. I've been excited for a lot of these games today. The series started out super strong with Business Associates versus Crazy. I was
Team Zero.
really hyped to see Hiko. Team Zero. The rebrand. I'm really excited to see Hiko play that Snapfire mid. That was awesome to see, even if they didn't win. I got to see some Red Spirit, even though this game wasn't so great. And now I get to see Beast Coast, who they've fallen off a bit. I used to love watching them, and there's just something different about them right now, because I'm not sure what it is. But I also love 4 Zoomers lately.
Same.
They've been huge advocates for NA Dota. So
Yeah.
time to see them put their money where their mouth is.
Yeah,
Show us all why NA Dota is great.
Exactly, and we are big advocates as well, hoping that they can get something done as we're halfway through the day, though. Shout out to Monster, keeping us up. That's for sure, keeping us energized. Specifically, Neph, staying energized on this one. So, we could see the wall of Monster behind Neph. We've seen the can. We've seen the logo. I mean, this guy lives, breathes, and is Monster. So we'll be back with the next series with sustained energy, thanks to Monster Energy, coming up next. So Beast Coast 4 Zoomers. I'm a caster, Bkop, joined here by Neph at Bkop92, at Neph Sensei on Twitter. Follow us to know when we're casting. We're casting in just a couple of minutes. When we come back with the next series, we'll be right back. Stay tuned. We'll be here soon.